Hi there. Wanted to share with you, it's time for finishing up my garlic. It was harvested, I think late June, maybe the third-ish week of June. And what I'm doing now, then what I did is I took all of these down and I had them in my basement where it's cool. I had a fan on them and I just left them like sitting kind of, separated out from each other so that the stalks could finish drying. And because when you harvest, the lowest couple of leaves are going to look, you let them get kind of brown, but the rest of the stalk is going to still be green. You want to leave them in a cool, well-ventilated area until this whole thing, like these, has gone dried up and brown. And that then tells you that you've gotten enough moisture out of them that they should be ready for storing. And what you do then is what I'm doing now. What I'm doing essentially is I'm just cutting them off of their stem. And then once I get them cut off the stem, I'm going to take my trimmers here and I will trim off all of the roots and clean them up, make sure there's no dirt on them. I'm going to be careful to try not to pull off paper unless it's just like that, because that paper is what's going to help it store for a long time. I have garlic that I just now, I still have 4 or 5 heads of garlic in my pantry from what I grew last year. So it will last a long time, especially if it is a hardneck variety. Soft neck, my understanding, which I didn't have any soft neck last year, soft neck will not last quite as long, and the way you can tell the difference is literally this part right here, the neck. I don't know if you can tell, I'm pushing pretty hard in there. There's a lot of resistance. There is a hard stem that comes up from there that goes down in the center of the bulb. A soft neck, and I do have a couple this year. Let me see if I can find one. Here's one. So this is a soft neck, and you can see that neck is very pliable. It can just flop right over. Soft neck is what you want if you want to try to create a braid of your garlic for storage. But my soft necks, none of them got very big. And so we'll see. I may try to grow a few soft neck again next year and see if I can get them bigger. I may have pulled them a little too soon. But pretty simple process. Basically, you just cut them off the stalk, cut off the roots, make sure there's no dirt on there. If you have some like this where I nicked it a little bit with the trowel when I was harvesting, you'll want to use these first. Or this year, I'm going to try something new for me. I'm going to try dehydrating some garlic and onions to make garlic and onion powder. So this is probably one that I'll use for that. If you have any others where the cloves are kind of pulling away, like the paper, like this. So this one, I'm not sure what happened with that, but you can see exposed cloves. So I'll dig through this and see if there's any on there that's worth keeping and use them very soon. Otherwise, you just want to make sure that they're a good tight head of garlic. Get those roots off, get the stem off, make sure there's no big clumps of dirt, and stick it in your pantry. Thanks for joining me here today in Aunt Susan's garden.